They are the few, the proud, the undecided.
And they should be proud because it looks like they hold the key to the Albuquerque mayor's race. Sunday's Albuquerque Journal poll showed R.J. Berry leading with 31%, followed closely by Martin Chavez at 26% and Richard Romero at 24%. We'll say doing the math for you, that means 19% are undecided, and Caitlin McCarthy reports they are now the prime target. Caitlin?
Jessica, analysts say expect anything at this point. With the election 1 week away, candidates are focusing on those voters who still haven't decided who will get their vote.
Some already know who they want to be Albuquerque's next mayor. Early voting numbers have already surpassed the last mayoral election. Nearly 5,400 registered voters already cast their ballots. But what about those waiting until Election Day?
It's down to the wire, so it's no holds barred.
Political blogger Joe Monahan says in the final days before the October 6th election, expect to see attack ads trying to sway the undecideds.
The candidates who are behind are going to tell you that the guy in front isn't that great of a guy and try to persuade you that way with some good old-fashioned negative campaigning.
UNM political science professor Gabriel Sanchez says negative ads could leave a lasting impression on undecided voters.
For folks that already have their mind made up, this stuff matters absolutely not at all. But for some of these undecided voters, seeing one attack ad the day of the election might make the difference between one candidate or the other.
Sanchez believes some of those in the poll who said they were undecided may actually know who they plan to vote for.
Just because somebody won't give you a name when you ask them on a pre-election poll doesn't mean they're not already leaning towards one candidate or the other.
But Sanchez says those undecideds are what the candidates need to zero in on.
Given how close those polling numbers make this race, you know, even if half of that 19% turns out to vote, that could be the swing in one direction or the other.
This is going to be an exciting election night, and it's a good old-fashioned election night where you can throw the polls out, and we're just going to have to count the votes as they come in because it's anybody's ball game.
Both Sanchez and Monahan were surprised to see the Journal poll putting Richard Berry in the lead. They say that could ignite a fire under people who weren't planning to vote. Back to you.
Okay, Caitlin, early in-person voting ends Friday. Absentee ballots must be received by 7 that election night.